Check 1 2, check. Oh, okay. I think we're live. What is up, people? I think I just heard a ghost. What's good, everyone? Welcome back. It is December. It is the heart of the winter time. I don't actually know if it's technically winter yet. When is the first day? I always feel like it's a lot later in December than I always think it is. Either way, it hasn't snowed as much as I thought it would. But it's definitely, it's just as lovely as you would think it would be here up in the Northeast. Always lots of sunshine. Definitely doesn't go down at like 4 o'clock. Yeah, it's great. I already talked about how much I hate the wintertime up here. Anyway, speaking of the times that we are living in and all that, I wanted to talk about something that I've had conversations with both my friends about who work in the industry, both DJs, but also promoters, venue owners, just people involved in whether it's like owning a restaurant or a bar and nightclub. So if you aren't aware, and I'm assuming if you're watching this, you probably already are, nightlife is taking a hit, and it's different in every market. I'm not saying it's in your market. Don't get too triggered yet. All right. But in most markets and in the most of the conversations I'm hearing, especially some featured podcasts that I think you probably have heard of before. If you're up here in the Northeast, you've heard of Get Down by DJ Gary W. and DJ Cream, as well as DJ Conflicts, my favorite DJ podcast. Both podcasts have featured the topic of how nightlife is essentially dead at the moment. I know that's something we've heard before in the past. It's not something to be scared of, like the world is not coming to an end. This is a thing that's happened before. But nevertheless, I think the way it is happening at the moment is different than when it's happened in the past, for sure. So not only are people going out less in general, and not just to your bars and nightclubs, but I think that's like across, like in general, like it could be your local bowling alley. I think they're taking a hit. I don't think bowling is the most popular thing these days, but, in general, people just like to stay inside. They don't like to go out to eat. They're doing, Uber Eats and DoorDash. I think COVID is definitely something that affected the culture and people's, psychology and behavior. They learned they can just do a lot more things at home. They can work at home. They can eat at home. They can drink at home. They can listen to music at home. They can watch concerts now from home. Now, of course, being involved in the entertainment industry, I know we always would say, and I think many of us who are, big fans of, entertainment, like it's never going to be the same thing as going to the real thing in person. You can watch the Taylor Swift concert from the comfort of your own home, and I did watch it. Don't judge, but or you could watch the new James Hype DJ set, or whatever, insert whatever artist, on YouTube or on whatever, exclusive streaming platform. And it's awesome. Don't get me wrong. Like the convenience of that is great. And I'm kind of excited to see where it goes in the future of that. But nonetheless, if you're a true fan of those things, it does not beat going to the event directly. It does not beat going out to a restaurant directly and getting the full experience of what that restaurant has to offer. It's not just what they serve, but how they serve it, the ambiance of the venue itself, the experience with the wait staff. Same thing if you're going to a concert, like watching Taylor Swift on your TV. I'm sure it's cozy, but it's not the same as being surrounded by how many thousands of other people, mostly probably young girls, and the full production, the dancers, the pyro, the lights. Same thing with like a James Hype thing. Like it's not the same as being in a room with the guy doing that live, having the experience and the energy of everyone else around you affecting your your experience as well. But nonetheless, all that aside, the fact stands is people are just not going out. And yes, COVID has played a factor into that. People's new behaviors, wanting to stay home, has played into that. But there are many reasons. There's no one thing just to say, oh, it's because people aren't drinking anymore, or people just don't want to go out anymore, or this and that. There's lots of different things here that I think it's kind of all happened at once. Another obvious thing is the economy. Just it ain't doing too well. And if you haven't noticed that, well, good for you. But let me tell you, it's not good. Okay, at a lot of different aspects. And or at least who could say that people's trust in the economy is most definitely not where it needs to be, because when trust is low, people they're not going out and spending, well, I don't know, 50 to 150, easily more dollars on just alcohol and maybe like a sandwich at your bar. Like, that's not on your top priority list of things to do, especially when people can just go to their liquor store, pick up a bottle of alcohol from, depending on your taste, I was to say like 10 to, I don't know, if you're highest spender, $50, I'm not talking to your tequila connoisseur people. All right, y'all can buy your hundreds of dollars on your own time. All right, but the point is, you can go to these liquor stores and just get cheap alcohol. Go to, pick up a mixer, get a pizza, and have, your friends over, and you have a great night for far less money than going out to your bar. And now when venues are charging $12, $15, $20 for a single mixer drink, like, you expect people to just keep coming for that? Like, that's not it. So you're competing with the ease and cheapness of people just doing everything on their own, whether it be getting food or making their own drinks, having a night in, and as well as, regarding nightclubs, the experience that people are looking for just isn't the same as it has been in the past. The bottle service nightclub, though it is not completely dead, in general, in most markets, you just won't find that working well. Yes, in Atlantic City, in Vegas, in Miami, up here in Jersey and New York, like, there are certain subsets of markets that still can do that successfully. However, it is not the majority of people are not looking for that type of experience. In addition to that, not everybody is looking to go to your crummy sports bar where they're selling the cheap dollar shot and beer combo with your creepy 50-year-old man who doesn't learn how to just grow up and not flirt on children. They don't want that either. And so what I've been seeing is a lot of these hybrid venues where you have more of a lounge / nightclub / restaurant / bar that offer a different type of experience to try to cater to the kind of the younger generation, or just kind of the new consumer of hospitality, if you will. Because again, people are not going out, so you need to try to figure out everything that you can do to make it worth it for them to spend exceedingly more amounts of money to go to that place, rather than just staying inside and just making their own food, making their own cocktails for God knows how much of a percentage cheaper. We can talk about it's the economy, or it's because COVID made everybody antisocial hermits. Or it's social media or whatever, or it's people becoming more aware that, hey, maybe I shouldn't be getting drunk every weekend. Maybe that's not the best thing for me. So keeping all those things in mind, again, in my opinion is it shouldn't be to panic. Okay, you don't want to be fuck everybody. They don't want this anymore. Or I guess I don't know what to do. I can't sell my cheap liquor anymore. No one wants to buy my $15 vodka soda. Fuck these kids. No. If the market demands a certain thing, you need to adjust what you're serving. I'm not acting like I know everything. All right, I've never owned a venue. God knows how hard it is to run a venue, especially in the New York City, up here in New York City, or in Hoboken. Really anywhere. Running a restaurant in today's world is challenging, and I only know certain sides of it. But nonetheless, the thing you need to do is adapt with the market, adapt with the new culture, adapt with the trends, adapt with the crisis situations that we've all been through that have affected ourselves, our friends, and the people that we all live around. Okay. If you're opening a bar and all you've ever done is you serve your cheeseburgers, your fries, and your cheap beer and cheap liquor, yes, there's still a market for that. I would argue mostly that's appealing towards men of a certain type of like stereotypical nature. Okay, you need to realize there's more people out there besides just the boys going out for a few cheap beers and drinks. Or shots or whatever, something I've seen recently is because again people aren't drinking as much or people are more self-conscious of that, but people still want to have fun. So like certain venues are doing things like making mocktails, like non-alcoholic drinks, and that might sound like a boring like why the hell would you ever want to go out and not drink? I could never do that. Well, cool, don't. But some people, they don't want to drink. They don't want to wake up the next day wanting to kill themselves and feeling like shit. Sometimes they just want to go out. They want to dance. They want to get some good food. But they also don't, if they're not going to drink, they also don't want to just order a seltzer and lime or like a cranberry juice like a child. And no one really drinks soda anymore. So like make something different. It might sound crazy, but I don't know, could you make like a healthy, mocktail? It's like, I don't know, just whatever trendy crap you could come up with. Yeah, you can still sell it for whatever price you need to. But the point is this, if you want to survive in today's world, you need to adapt with today's world and give today's world what it wants. And what it wants is not what it used to want, and it's not what the owners think they want either. So let's keep providing value. Let's use our thinking caps here, and especially if you're a DJ, if you're a creative, we gotta adapt too, because if the venue ain't making money, we ain't gonna make money. So let's keep things going. And as always, guys, I will talk to you soon. Reach out to me on Instagram at jaybonax, JAYBONAX, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.